Hi, welcome. Today we're going to open up our Origami bauble kit. Now this kit makes 4 baubles. You open it up, you'll see that you've got just some content instructions here, a few facts about origami, and then inside you've got your beautiful pattern paper. So you've got 2 of each, and you can either create baubles that are the same each side, or you can mix them together and create two-toned baubles, which look really, really pretty. So let me unbox this. So I'm going to pop the paper to one side. Inside we also have test paper, really important, suggest you a couple of tests to run through. Then you've got your instructions, and then you've also got your needle, which we'll need for threading, your embroidery thread for threading, and then UHU glue, which is brilliant craft glue, and I suggest you'll have loads left over, so use it for any other projects that you may have. I'm going to pop these ones back in, and today I'm going to create a full this pattern colour bauble for us. So we need one sheet and just pop everything else to one side. So first of all, we're going to start with the folding. So we do a diagonal fold in one direction. You can use just your finger to do the folding. Just make sure you've got a flat and clean surface to use from. We're then going to invert that fold, so doing another diagonal fold and open up. And then we're going to do 2 horizontal folds so that we get 8 segments. So just make sure that you're lining it up. If you want to use a ruler, you can do. The paper is quite fine, so just be careful that you're not putting too much pressure down on it and getting white lines on the back. So there we have it. We've put our paper into 8 triangle sections. Now for the next bit, this is just a slight tip. Do one of the horizontal folds, just invert it and fold it the other way. Because when we open up, what we want is to get this triangle. And if you've done that inverted horizontal fold, it just means that your piece will fold instantly into place. If you haven't done that, or if it hasn't worked, look for the triangle. So we're looking for that triangle. You've got 4 to choose from. And then you want to mirror it on the outside and just push the inside in here. So we're starting with this triangle. Take one side of the triangle. You can lift up your other side if you want to find the central point, but we're basically going to fold down into the middle. We're then going to repeat that on the other side so that we've got 2 folds in. If you turn it over, we're just going to grab a pair of scissors. This is the only material you'll need that isn't included, and just place a cut across. These bits can be discarded, or you can keep them for other projects. We're then going to repeat that on the other side. So just folding downwards. So you have 2 triangles, got a kite shape, and we're just going to again cut across this line here. There we go. So discard these. If you want to, I quite like using them to make Christmas cards, and just placing 3 together, gluing them on, putting some baubles on, a little bucket underneath the tree. Feel free to do whatever you want with them. The paper is recyclable. So now you have it. You've made the base. If you open it up, you can see all the folds that we've created. What we now need is we're looking for 2 of the folds and a flat base to start with. So we're basically looking for a triangle to start with, and we want the end of each triangle to be the outside fold. And we're basically going to do a concertina zigzag fold as we go round. So you can see this is our first one. We've got the flat bottom here, the sides are indent pointing out, and the middle fold is in. So as you go round, you'll see the next one, that's perfect, it's already done for me. But a lot of these folds, you'll need to fold them the other way. So just going through, I suggest going round one by one, making sure you get the outside fold first, and then using that to get the inside fold as you go. So here we are again. And this is my last one. So just popping the folds the other way, And there we have it. So that is fully folded in zigzag, and if I push this together, I've got a flat triangle bottom. And what I need is 4 pieces on each side. So you'll have 8 in total. Make sure you've got 4 on each side. And then what we're going to do is fold the corners up. So right up to the middle line. So again, you can use the other side just as a marker here. They don't need to stay folded, so you can unfold them, but we need to do each of the 4 on each side. So we're going up, straight to the middle, from the corner. So that's one side folded, and now we need to replicate it on this side. So there we go. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, now we've got everything folded, and now what I want you to do is unfold it. And what you can see that we've created is a nice diamond shape here, that if we pop it in and follow that fold, we've now got, this is the basis where we're going to stick one side of the bauble onto the other. So we need to go round and just working on those lines that you've created, just pop them in. So we're just inverting those folds one by one, and I would say just do it one by one and just using your fingers on both sides just to pop it in. So here we go. Right, and there we have it. We've created half of our bauble. Now you've got to repeat those steps for the other side. Here's one I made earlier. So now we've got 2 sides of the bauble, and if you wiggle them together, you're going to see that they fit together really nicely. So what we're going to do now is take the glue that you have, just opening mine, and put one side in your hand, just in the palm of your hand, and hold it in a grip position. And we're going to put that glue along the whole of the inside. Now, don't be liberal with the glue. Don't worry about using too much of it. It sticks really nicely. If you use only a little bit, the paper is a little bit thick, so it might take a little bit of holding in place. So I would say be generous with the glue. Make sure that you've gone down every one, and I suggest popping the glue close to the edge as possible, because that's where we're going to be gluing together the other side. Just popping the lid on my glue. Right, and now I'm ready. I've got my side in this hand with the glue, and this one has no glue on. And what I'm going to do is just really gently start pushing it together. So you'll see it naturally falls into place. You might have little bits where it hasn't, like here. So it's just manipulating it while the glue's still wet and just pushing it together. So here we have a bauble, and you can see it's starting to fit perfectly together. If it's taking a bit of time to go together, just really hold it in between your fingers as you go round. There's no time limit on how long or how short that you need to do this. So just push it together. Just in this moment, I'm fairly happy that that is pretty well stuck. The glue, when it dries, can get a little bit stringy. So if you see any little string bits of glue coming off, just pull them away with your fingers and just keep going round. There's a little bit of excess glue that you might want to just take off with your fingers. Just have a little piece of paper next to you, or use one of your test papers. And there we have it. That is one of your baubles. Now, the next stage is to make it hanging. So I'm just going to grab my needle and some thread. So Just think about where you're going to be hanging this, and how long the thread you want is. So I like to hang these from plant pots in the house. I also like to hang them on the Christmas tree at Christmas time, or hang them on shelves. So I'm going to cut probably about this much. So I've got a good opportunity to hang it wherever I want to. So just take your needle out and thread your needle first. And then you don't need to do any tying yet because we're going to make the hole first. So have a look at your bauble, and depending on if you've got a two-tone bauble, you might decide that you want one colour at the top and one colour at the bottom. If your bauble is the same both sides, then it really doesn't matter. What we're going to do is just take the needle and we're just going to go through the top. So really gently, just twisting the needle to get it through. Okay. Now, don't worry if I've just taken the needle off there. If you feel that you've pushed some of those folds out of place, just gently pull them back. And then the way I like to hang my baubles is simply just do a little double knot at the side, and then you've got the perfect piece of string to hang it from. If you want to add any beads on top of it, then you can do. But this is how you've created your first hanging bauble. Enjoy creating the rest.